Hey guys, Drifter here. In today's update episode of Modern Warfare 3 In Depth, we're going over the most recent LMG buff. I know that Infinity Ward rolled out a patch or hotfix or update or whatever you want to call it for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and this buff should be already on the PC, and if it's not there yet, it's on its way. The most direct and simple way to explain this buff is that the minimum damage was buffed to approximately 35. I haven't been able to take apart the code yet or talk to anybody that takes apart the code, so it's either 35 or 33. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not a huge difference either way, 2 points of damage, and this is effective on all light machine guns. That's every single light machine gun regardless of what the old minimum damage used to be. They all now do the exact same 35 minimum damage. What this is going to mean for you guys is that light machine guns now kill in 3 hits or less. You will never need more than 3 shots to kill somebody with a light machine gun unless they're wearing a ballistic vest, unless they're a juggernaut, or unless they're hiding behind a piece of concrete or car or something like that. So your time to kill counts on all the light machine guns have been drastically reduced, especially on the L86 LSW, because that used to be a 5-shot to kill at range. A lot of the more medium light machine guns used to be 4 shots to kill, now they take 3, and the M60 also used to be 4 shots to kill, but now it takes 3 as well. So your time to kill on all these weapons has been drastically decreased, and their effectiveness over range has been drastically increased, because at a range you always had to worry about missing shots and sometimes shooting 4, 5, 6 times to get that 4-shot kill. Now you only need 3, and most of these weapons are pretty accurate in bursts of 3, so you can drop people at long ranges very, very effectively, which I think is a good thing, because that's how light machine guns should work, or in this game that would be as close to analogous as how they're supposed to work as we're ever going to get. Let's take a look at what I would call the new PKP Peschenegg. Since it kills in 3 shots now, it's a lot like the RPD from Modern Warfare 2 if you're not using stopping power. It's a 3-shot kill at any range. It's a low recoil, decent iron sights, high accuracy, but the rate of fire is a little bit low, so your time to kills are going to be pretty sad with this weapon. Now, the MG36 I still believe is a bad weapon. The rate of fire is pretty good, the damage is now the same as all the rest, but the iron sights are a sin against mankind, and the recoil is wobbly and difficult to deal with, so I just tend to avoid this weapon because there are much better submachine guns, not submachine guns, my bad, light machine guns to choose from out there. The MK46 is now probably the most deadly light machine gun if you can control the recoil. Now, the recoil on this weapon is similar to the MG36, not quite as bad, but the RPM is the highest of all light machine guns, and now that it's a 3-shot kill at any range, it is extremely, extremely dangerous if you shoot it in bursts and have good recoil control. The M60E4 has changed more than other light machine guns. That's because now that we've changed the minimum damage, we've changed the slope of the damage drop-off and or the damage profile, whatever you want to call it. So the 2-hit kill range for that 50 damage has improved by about 3 or 4 meters. You're not going to notice this as being a huge difference, but it still does give you some extra advantage to the M60E4, because its biggest advantage is definitely that 2-hit kill range up close. Now, last but definitely not least today, we have the L86 or LSW, or what I would like to call the thermal death laser. When you put a thermal sight on this weapon, it is extremely, extremely accurate and extremely dangerous. It has a very high RPM. However, before, its counterbalance was that it did really poor damage at range. You had to take 5 shots to kill somebody so they'd manage to slip away. Now that it's a 3-shot kill, when you put a thermal sight on this weapon, it just rapes. It destroys anything and everything up close and at a distance, so you need to be very, very careful with this weapon. If you can handle the goofy thermal sight, you'll love the no recoil and you will trash people. Well guys, that's all for this episode of Modern Warfare 3 In Depth. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful, and I hope that I see more of you using light machine guns online, because they are very, very dangerous now, and will provide a nice change-up against all the assault rifles and light machine guns. And I don't know what was going on when I filmed this video, but for some reason every single person decided to shoot me with a SMAW. Like all night long I was getting hit by SMAWs from game to game to game to game, no matter where I went. I don't know, it was driving me bonkers. Anyway, there is another series that I'm currently uploading similar to In Depth on the Method Gaming channel called Top of the Class. You can click right here and this will open up in a new window where I go over what I think is the best weapon, best attachment setup in a class. I started out with the pistols, the Akimbo Deagles. Next up will be submachine guns, sorry, light machine gun, machine pistols, and I'm going to try and manage this once weekly as long as school and other obligations allow. Drifter out.